because it's Wednesday morning. It is 11:03 in the morning. Um, I would, I would like to welcome everyone and let them know that this is a live, a pre-Thanksgiving live where we talk and chat and, we have a little bit of fun today, this morning. Because I don't know when I'm going to go live, but as you should know, I don't ever forget about my great parts, the bold, the beautiful, the cool, the confident, the sexy, and the intelligent. I ain't gonna lie, I've been on TikTok. TikTok is kind of crazy for me. It's I don't know, it's not easy, but I've been getting some hits over there. The crazy shit is that the same men that hate me on Facebook is the same. I'm not saying they're the same person, but the same type of men that hate me on Facebook is the same type of men that hate me on TikTok. And I'm not saying hate as in, oh, I hate this, but the hateful men. They have the same attitude on TikTok that they have on Facebook. And, I'm not going to give up. They talk about my looks. They insult me. They do all the things that many women with a healthy mindset would not be interested in. So you learn to ignore the bullshit and insult them back, hurt their feelings, or let them know, listen, all that bullshit y'all talking on here because, you're lonely and you don't like women to speak about the truth, that's not gonna cut it. So yeah, I'm on TikTok, Bronx Girl Fly. I was doing the avatar, but the avatar is a little bit too draining, so I put post up. My post gets a little bit more hits than my videos. I went live yesterday because I wanted to. Oh yeah, I went live yesterday for um for the holidays, but that's my Christmas tree. I don't know if I'm gonna put up a post for my mannequin saying happy holidays, but it's there. So I went live yesterday on TikTok, dressing my mannequin, assembling my mannequin, and then I went live I think a week before that, just talking shit, rambling, ranting. Because when you get behind this, whether you show your face or not, it's still a nerve that wrecks you, right? Because it's definitely not speaker trying to gain and keep the attention of an audience for a certain amount and length of time. So it's hard, but I'm not giving up. If y'all know me, I'm not giving up. I don't care if I'm talking to thin air. Oh yeah, one guy came in. I don't know if he was a guy or girl. He's like, "You're talking to no one." When I was on TikTok, and I said, "Well, I'm talking to you. You're listening." So TikTok is funny, but the men over there, the women over there are totally not that different, but the men over there, like if they don't like what you write or something that you post, they would definitely make clear that. But yeah, I'm on TikTok, following y'all, man. I'm just the phone. I'm walking around. I'm walking around my apartment. I need to get something. I just like to be prepared when I come before you, beautiful brave hearts, and not have any major distractions going on. Because I like to devote my attention to my honest and dedicated work. I'm working on becoming a little bit better. So you take me on the go. However you choose to spend your day, it will be an easy listening experience. So let's get started. I'm back sitting down. This is a pre-Thanksgiving live, and listen, I like okay, not my reals, but my supporters, my brave hearts. They let me rock. They come in here, they say hello. They know they don't have to say hello because they may be busy, but I love the ones that come in here and don't say hello. I love the ones that come in here and say hello. As long as you're listening to me, um, and are you taking me on the go along with you on the day, that just matters the most. Now I'm going to get in the habit of saying, yo, please like the live. Just even if you don't like me, like it, and if you do like me, like it. So please like the live. But yeah, that's as far as I'm going to lecture my audience about liking the live. You don't have to um, drop in the comments, but stay with me. So it's Thanksgiving. Zachary's in school. I this is his last day before Thursday and Friday, and I believe he go back on Monday. So now let me tell you about Zachary. Zachary is really growing up to a decent, smart young man. He's 10 years old. So this morning, because we stream, I guess, our cable is this new cable. I don't even pay attention to it, but it's not the same cable that we had previously, so it's totally different. I think it's like a uh, streaming cable or whatever where you stream like these apps. So this morning I'm sitting there with him and he's going through the TV because we get up every morning at the same time and watch the same thing. I like a problem with that. But this morning he logged off the app and he logged it back in on the app. And so I'm sitting there watching him with the remote control. So they asked him to put his age in. You know what he put in? 1980. I was like, oh. I didn't even say nothing. My head was blown. Because I'm born in 1980. But see, I'm like, see, children, because if you don't know, Zachary is on a spectrum. But I will tell each and every person that, and if you are a mother, a parent of a special needs child, they are the most smartest children in the world. I can assure you of that. No matter what spectrum they're on. Okay, but Zachary, when he keyed in 1980 to, I guess as an adult, I was like, oh no, but he know my account, my password to my phone, he know my password to, I guess. But now he's learning how to use the phone to bring up YouTube app on the TV. I was like, oh my goodness, he do pay attention. His teacher said he's getting better. And another teacher said exactly how to read really well. So I'm really impressed. I was just blown away that when they asked him for his age, the type of his age, he put 1980. I didn't even say nothing. it was just a sight to see, but then I was like, oh yeah, this is parents. He knows what he's doing. He's really smart. So yeah, that was Zachary this morning with his shenanigans that you could write down and make a book about. Zachary probably be a bestseller from the time he was born. Yeah, so it's free Thanksgiving this Wednesday. I'm not cooking at all because I can be honest and open with my audience and say, no, I don't like to cook. The last time I cooked a feast, a meal, different dishes for me and my father and Zachary. And I don't know, nobody came over, but I did. All right, that was the first and last time I ever made a big meal like that. I'm born in 1980, so that says a lot. So I'm not cooking. But the last time I cooked, I was like, I'm not ever making a big meal again because I don't like it. I don't like to cook Thanksgiving dinner. And then now, around this time, it's totally different. Things are not the same. Family is not the same. Money is not the same. But Thanksgiving used to be my favorite holiday of all seasons. And just holidays alone, I look forward to Thanksgiving more than I look forward to any other holiday. So now Zachary is beginning to know about holidays because they teach him in school. He goes to a public school. They don't discriminate. Not where he goes. So Popeyes, I'm not cooking. I'm not cooking. I just don't want to cook. I was invited out to a friend's house. She invited me. She said she's cooking, making her own meal. We'll talk about y'all women that likes to cook, that like to cook a big meal, a big feast on your own by yourself. We won't forget about you. Just stay tuned. Brace yourself because I got something to say to the women that don't want no help with Thanksgiving meal. Okay, so now Popeyes have a turkey that they are selling. Popeyes have a turkey that they are selling and for Thanksgiving, and it's called Cajun turkey. So I went to go price it yesterday, and she told me it was $65. Two people walked out of the Popeyes with Cajun turkey, and they seemed to be happy. But I was going to buy one. I didn't even know about the Cajun turkey until someone told me, and then one of my friends told me to go in there and ask me. So I was like, thank you for reminding me to go in there and ask how much it costs, $65. I didn't see it, but I just saw it through the bag. It looked like it's probably a regular turkey, but then it would be not worth me buying that much turkey, that big of a turkey for Thanksgiving because I'm not going to eat But that's crazy because and I can see if I had like a large amount of people coming over, I would purchase it. But we'll see. I'm invited. I'll see if I'm gonna attend or not. But that's my Thanksgiving. And so Zachary was like, "Oh, are we gonna have Thanksgiving? Are we gonna go to Popeyes on Thursday and get a Cajun turkey, and then go to Domino's on Friday and get pizza?" I was like, "Oh shit, you got it all planned out." I mean, children are very smart. Children are very intelligent. They're the most beautiful when they're youngest, when they grow and their mind is developing. And I learned as a mother, as I got older, because everyone should know I am not the perfect mother. I am a horrible mother. So many may say, that just make assumptions and, they may be right or may not be right. But, for Zachary, growing up with him, to see the beauty in children, but for him, he he just blows my mind. So he want to go to Popeyes, but I don't know. I don't want to spend $65 on a turkey that we probably just eat a little bit of. I'll probably surprise him because we only eat. I eat the macaroni throughout like the year, like at Popeyes and Burger King. No, I said Burger King. Excuse me, Popeyes and Domino's. I like those type of macaronis, like an appetizer, a side, baked macaroni and cheese. I would only cook on Thanksgiving. It's not the same, and I will kindly remind people that baked macaroni and cheese only tastes good on Thanksgiving. I mean, probably another throughout the holidays. That's the only time I think baked macaroni and cheese should be made throughout the holidays or just a special occasion. It's 12 months in a year, but cooking it often, it loses taste and loses appeal. It just doesn't taste good anymore. So, yeah, I probably make them and me a little pan of macaroni, baked macaroni and cheese. But Popeyes have macaroni and cheese. It tastes really good. I don't care what nobody said. Like people be like, "Well, I don't like this soft. I only eat baked macaroni and cheese." I just feel like those people are rigid and they're stubborn and they don't want to like step outside their comfort zone. Because like if you're a person that likes to eat and you like to just taste and experience different things, then there's no problem. There should be no reason why you just can't like taste something for the hell of it and say, "Oh no, I don't like it," rather than be scared and just dismiss it all together. I can see certain things like foreign foods that you may not want to experience or try. That makes sense. But just to say because Domino's sell macaroni, their macaroni is really good too, especially if it's hot, piping hot. Uh, Popeye's macaroni is good too. It's definitely hot and piping when it's piping hot. So I'm not scared to try new things. And it's crazy because like before my father passed, he was eating Domino's, just whatever he chose to eat. Like if he wanted Popeyes, like, oh, Pop, because he's not a macaroni and cheese person. But he is not like the type of person not to try something. It depends. So I say that to say it's like, my father, he wasn't like a type of person to like just eat anything new, but he was open to certain things to eat it. And I think he tried I'm trying to see if it was from Domino's or Popeyes, the macaroni. I think it was the macaroni from Domino's. Because, and I say that to say because I know a friend, a guy, and this is what I be talking about with people. People, of course, they have their uh, habits and certain things they just won't do or will do. But I know an older guy, we're not intimate or never have been with friends. Right? Friends. He's an older guy. When I say older guy, he's like in his 60s. And he works next to Domino's. So I asked him, I was like, have you tried the Domino's macaroni because you eat from it? He's like, oh, no. Oh, no, I like real macaroni. I like baked macaroni. But this is what I get confused is with when people compare homemade food to fast food. I'm like, oh, it tastes really good. Like, you go order pasta, macaroni. You can order some macaroni and get some wings, and that's a meal, that's a dish. That's not like a home cooked meal. That's like fast food. Like I wouldn't be uptight when it comes to fast food. I'll taste it. If I don't like it, I don't like it. But it's not homemade food. So the people and everybody gotta ask about the macaroni, man or woman. They're like, oh no, I like my macaroni and cheese. I like real macaroni and cheese. And then I have to get more arrogant and say, listen, anytime y'all want to battle me and make it baked macaroni and cheese, I'm up for it. That's one challenge I wouldn't turn down is making baked macaroni and cheese like a battle or a competition. But yeah, so the baked macaroni, not the baked, the macaroni and cheese at Domino's is good. Get you some wings on the side. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid. Take a risk. You're not going to lose anything. The macaroni at Popeyes is definitely a decent choice with some wings. Take a risk. Take a chance. Put it in the oven. Heat it up for 450. Piping hot. Definitely going to be happy with it. And around Thanksgiving, I know a lot of people they cook, but cooking is just overrated to me now. It's overwhelming. It's unnecessary, especially with how prices are going up. I don't care what class you are in, prices are going up for everyone. So me included, me being at the bottom and people being at the top, we definitely gonna have to make sure that we cut costs, and that's how that would go with buying food. And I don't mind like just learning how to cut back, scale back on money for food. Zachary he likes to eat, and he needs what he wants, right? He is, and I don't like to deprive him because he has a list and a system of things that he likes. So, and I don't want to deprive him of that. But as far as like spending money out, oh my goodness, y'all understand, on outside food, I definitely have to cut back like forever. And that's that, with the Thanksgiving, I'm not cooking, I'm going out, probably go out. But to the women, because my friend saying, she's like, oh, I'm going to cook. I was like, okay. So I had to learn. As I get older, I get more bolder, more open and honest. So she said, I'm having dinner, come over, bring back, we have wine, whatever. I think her kids are going out of town. It's fun to just be her. So she texted me today. I said, so have you started cooking? I said, what's up? We text. She said, nothing, just here preparing this meal for tomorrow. I said, oh, okay, no problem. I'm not gonna. I'm like I said this directly. I said I'm not gonna offer to help you cook, but because I don't do that. I mean, if you needed my help that bad and you asked me, I am a friend that will come help you cook. Okay, but I told her that I'm not the type of person that come help you cook. But if you need me to bring something and bring something by, I would do that. She started laughing. She said she could. Like I know a lot of women that cook on their own and buy themselves and they don't want any help. That's like crazy to me. Like how I don't know if that's the strongest woman in the world. Like I feel like the strongest woman in the world is the person that will cook a whole Thanksgiving feast for like 10 people. That's a strong woman. I'm not that strong. Um, I give like thumbs up to women that know how to cook that much food for that many people because that is a high skill to have. Cooking is not easy. So when I hear people like brag about cooking, I'm like, I'm not bragging about cooking ever. I'm not that type of person because that's not my forte. That's not something that appeals to me in most ways. But if I had to cook and I had to do a scramble, I think I definitely would be able to like win the race. But women that decide to cook on Thanksgiving and holidays, or you just cook like that throughout the year, I give you your your props and your credit because it takes a really strong woman to cook every other day, right? Clean her house every other day, support and support have maintain a supportive home, and that's a lot. Those are the women that are very strong. So when people insult women like me and women like us to say, "Oh, you're very strong." Now I'm not that strong because I'm not sitting there and cooking a whole feast for the whole family for 10 people Thanksgiving and I don't want any help. Like, I just feel like some of those people that do that intentionally, like women, it's not to come down on you. It's like, okay, that probably be a time where it's just you in the kitchen and that's therapeutic for you. But I feel like if I was to make that much food for that many people, I don't know if she's gonna make that much food for 10 people, but it would like probably be best if someone offered they help. And it's okay to accept help from someone that's doing a lot. Because cooking is a lot. It's not easy. It's very skillful and it's a high skill that a lot of women have, and I think it's beautiful. But I'm not that woman to develop that skill, which I do know how to cook. I just don't know how to cook for 10 people, right? And I don't know how to cook like 10 different meals. I'm not lying. I don't know how to cook 10 different meals in one day. I'm sorry. I guess I'm not a wife material. Thank goodness that I'm not wife material, right? You have your apartment. I have my apartment. I cook. Sometimes you cook. Sometimes, don't think or expect anything from me with cooking because that's not something that I will deliver on each and every time, especially if that's what you're expecting. But yeah, Thanksgiving is a time where people get family come together and you just enjoy each other. I feel like these past 10 years, Thanksgiving has not been the same, but it's still around. I think I've probably been out like 3 Thanksgivings since that one. I cooked one Thanksgiving, so it's not the same. A lot of people don't celebrate the holidays like we used to. Times have changed, families have changed, and that's okay. That we broke tradition, especially in the black community. And in the black community, like they have this thing where they feel like every black person is supposed to fall in line with one another. So if you're black, and I love, and I'm not trying to be like the one, because I hate when I catch myself doing this all the time, bringing up race. But I feel like we can talk about race open and honestly in the black community and the rules that most of us are expected to follow. And I cannot follow those rules. Like people automatically assume that if you don't celebrate major holidays, that you don't have no one that you throw or all this bullshit. Like it's expected for a competition to ensue or people being competitive on Thanksgiving and holidays in the black community. So now because I'm so bold and I'm older and I can talk without like offending anyone and someone taking it personal, I just say, no, I'm not into that type of stuff anymore, bro. Like, I don't need to eat. You know what? I'm going to fast on Thanksgiving. I'll say some shit like that, right? Or I can fast on Thanksgiving. There's no need for me to eat on Thanksgiving Day. Not me personally. There's no need for me to at least make an effort to go to someone's house and eat on Thanksgiving Day. I just feel like with all that pressure sometimes coming from the black community, you just like no, because Muslims don't celebrate Thanksgiving and they don't understand why we celebrate it, and that's okay. So I don't like knock anyone. I have never knocked anyone for celebrating the holiday, even though I wasn't into holidays. Holidays sometimes can be very sad for a lot of people, even as a child, even if you did receive gifts and presents as a child, got everything you wanted on your list. That does not mean that you are happy. So the holidays, it needs to be scaled back, drawn back, and people that celebrate them, I applaud you. Think you can keep a tradition and make people happy. And sometimes, around the holidays, family clash and crash, and that's not something I want to do. So when people ask me like, "Oh, what you doing for Thanksgiving?" I'm like, "Oh, they're like, you cooking?" No, I don't like cooking. I don't need to cook. I don't even want to eat that day. They looking at me like I'm fucking crazy. That's what I'm like. I don't want to eat on Thanksgiving. I don't want to eat. I don't like to eat. Right? That's what I'm gonna start telling people. I don't like to eat. So when they start seeing me slimming down, I'm like, I told you I don't like to eat. No, I'm not starving myself. I'm only eating when necessary. That's the best way to eat is when you're hungry to lose weight. Because we are getting older, and I find myself not really fully taking care of my health because of me putting on pounds, and I could be a little bit sluggish on some most things. But yeah, eating makes that happen. Eating does that to a person. Overeating makes you sluggish and tired, and I don't want to be sluggish and tired. I realize now more than ever as I get older, women probably can relate, and I'm just bringing it out of you, because I want everyone to relate to this life. Like food can make you sluggish, but as you get older, food is not the same as you get older, especially if you eat heavy stuff. So yeah, it's going to take a habit to break, but it's not going to be easy. But that's a habit that most women need to break. Is like overeating and making you feel sluggish, feeling you got to cook every single day, heavy meals twice, 3 times a week. No, I can't do none of that dumb shit. I know one of my friends. She's a Muslim. She's so sweet, so beautiful, a beautiful woman, a beautiful family. And she talks and she opens up about. She's really younger than me. I think she's 10 years younger than me. And she's really open about the things that her culture and what is expected of her in her home. Like she said, she cooks every single day, 3 times a day. I was like, that's way too much. She said she and she's sweet too. She's not like she don't sugarcoat shit. And she's sweet. She's respectful. She's loving. She's really loving. Like you really like her because she's not trying to, and she's not judgmental. She said she don't like leftovers. I was like, oh no. She made me something for my birthday in August, cooking some food, some Indian food. But when she said that she cooked 3 times a day, I'm like, what? She said every day. I'm like, no, that's too much. The amount of pressure and expectations that men have on women as a wife, as the duties and roles that we, and I'm not a wife, I'm just inserting myself because I don't want any woman to think that, I really look down on marriage. I'm just talking about as a woman as a whole, even if you're not these expectations and rules that men have like built for women is outrageous and ridiculous. Now, mind you, she's a Muslim woman. She practices her faith. She's a nice, beautiful woman. Her daughter is a sweet girl. She's 10 years old, and her little baby is a sweet baby. He's 2 years old. But like when she's opening up to me and telling me her culture, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I couldn't do it. She like, you don't like to cook? I'm like, no. And then, she's opening up like, I don't like to cook either, but I cook 3 times a day, every day. I'm like, every day? That's way too much. If that's what it takes to be a wife, and her culture is different. She comes from a whole different culture. Like she's a Muslim Indian woman, like as where I'm a black, non-religious woman, and I'm not trying to like fulfill the needs of that type of man that come home and expect his wife to have a meal prepared for him because that's what he thinks is normal. I don't think that's normal for a woman to cook every single day, 3 times a day. It may be normal to other people. That's not normal to me. That takes up like 100% of your day, like cooking and cleaning. Like that is definitely that definitely is the responsibility and like occupation of a man. So when men want to get married and they want to look for a special one, like, and especially as an example as me, I'm not going to even attempt to cook for you every single day, 3 times a day. Who do you think you are as a man? We definitely have to be great and a champion and special for me to even reduce myself or shrink myself to those such demands. But learning and talking with her, this is a beautiful thing to learn about other people's culture and how other people live. She don't judge me for not cooking. She thinks it's funny, and I don't judge her for cooking. I'm very more intrigued and interested in her culture than most people would be because a lot of and it's a lot. It's a difference between a black woman, Christian, and a Muslim woman, Indian. And I'm just saying it's a difference. Just because I'm a black woman, she's an Indian woman, she's a Muslim, and I'm not non-religious. And they fulfill their fulfill their obligations to their husbands, a Muslim woman and a woman. That's what I would never want to do because their culture is totally different from ours. As with me, men would be quick to say, like, if a woman don't cook or clean, then she's not wifey material. Like, that's not what you mean. You mean that you want a maid. You mean you want someone on call. You mean you want somebody to not, like, to keep the house in order because you're too weak to do it. And that's not something that I'm willing to step up and, that's not a responsibility I'm willing to take on. But what my Muslim friend, it's just like you learn a lot of different cultures. Like, oh my goodness, you gotta take care of your home and take care of the babies and make sure your husband okay and you still love your family. She talked about family so beautifully. It's just, it's just a nice thing to hear. So really, it's different just to meet different people from different cultures. I guess my point is like, don't be prejudiced and don't be racist and don't be judgmental and don't be. I mean, we all have prejudice in us, right? Yes, but when it becomes hateful prejudice and malicious, it's not good. Getting to know other people through their culture is definitely something that will definitely matter in the future. But I did tell her, I was like, listen, you don't have to do that alone. If you ever need my help, call me. Because she has a 2-year old and a 10-year old, and even though she's like, she said her husband said she don't know how to cook. That was funny. I was like, really? He said, yeah. She's funny, so she and her husband is funny together. I don't think they like the traditional type of couple, but the cooking and cleaning, that's traditional and that's extreme. But she said her husband told her, you don't know how to cook. And that just made me laugh. I was like, that's funny. But she said she tried and he still eat it. She said she said her husband is a better cook than she is. So that just made it a little bit more funny because at least he's not like, assassinating her character for not cooking or cooking great, right? As we're and I'm not trying to compare a man of a different race would hold that against the woman if she don't know how to cook so good or so great. So that's why I'm like Thanksgiving is a time where women put their skills to the test and they cook, they go in, they go out. But I'm not the type of woman, and Josh should be the type of woman to want to cook a full meal on one day with no help. So and she and that's not like uncommon because yeah, most women I think most women get joy out of cooking and therapeutic and like their me time, but to cook a whole meal and and reject help and you don't need nobody to that's a real type of uh, independence that I don't ever want to have. Sorry, in the first meal I made, first feast I ever made was 7 years ago, and I'm gonna let y'all know I did research 3 months ahead of time. I planned it out 3 months ahead of time to cook a Thanksgiving meal, different dishes, different ideas, different recipes. It came out good. I did turkey wings because I wasn't doing no turkey, but now turkey wings are very expensive. If you go to the supermarket around this time, 4 turkey wings is $20. Nobody have that much money, but I don't have that much money for 4 turkey wings for $20. So yeah, definitely gonna cut costs. Definitely Thanksgiving probably will be out. Exactly. If we don't go to my friend's house, I'm going to make him a little pan of big macaroni and cheese because he asked for it. So and he likes to go to the supermarket also. So we'll go to the supermarket and get dinner, and that'll be that. But most importantly, I hope my subscribers, my supporters have a great Thanksgiving. I'm not ending it live. I just want to wish well wishes to my supporters, my listeners, just for them to have a decent holiday, enjoy your holidays, and enjoy your family, and sit back and relax and what you do because most of you probably, or some of you don't have a date, but either way, enjoy the holiday. After this day is over, Friday is actually done to school. I think we go back to school and it all goes back to normal. Then we have Christmas coming. You know what I mean? So let me tell y'all what I did. I decorated my mannequin. If you go on my TikTok page, you'll see that I have a mannequin that I dress up, but I sell clothes to resell. You know, a lot of people don't know what resell is. What resell is definitely great, a lane to get in, like a business to build. And I do separate. Well, I do. I'm not. Listen, I made a couple of sales. I'm not going to give out that type of information because I know a lot of people don't resell, but I do resell, like gently used or uh, new clothes that I resell. So I dress up my mannequins and I go on TikTok and I place it over there, but it's not really getting any views. Men and women, they like drama, so I can give them drama and feed the beats and feed their egos. But yeah, I dressed up my mannequin as a Christmas tree, but I want to take yours because I got to be dressed up. Her name is Bronx Girl Fly, and I dressed it up as a Christmas tree. Um, let me see. I'm gonna show it to y'all, but I'll just quickly show it to y'all. Yeah, I have a man mannequin and I have a woman mannequin, and they are like my props for my TikTok channel platform, where I speak about coffee dates, and so I feel like these props are necessary. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Oh boy, I'm right here. I'm right here. Okay. Before I go, I definitely let me see. Oh my gosh, that's my mannequin. I dress her up for holidays. That's her boyfriend. They go on coffee dates. See, this is my Christmas tree. Look at my Christmas tree. See? I dressed her up. Her name is Bronx Girl Fly. There she goes, see? And him. So tune in. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. That's my outside. That's all I'm going to show y'all. That's all y'all need to see.